Hi, hello, welcome in. It has been a while. It's been a long time since I posted on this channel and I've had a break. I've come back. If you're new here, my name is Grace. I tend to post mainly book content, but it started to become a lot more book, a lot more lifestyle. I had a very short hiatus. I've been gone for a couple of months maybe, and I'm ready to step back into the fold. Before we kick off and we go into the reason I'm here, which is all of my product empties, what I want to do with this channel going forwards is post twice a month and primarily do one beauty-based bit of content and one bookish bit of content. So whether that's like my product empties, whether it's products I've been loving lately, whether it is my reading wrap up for the month, you get my drift. I just want to come back and be consistent. And I know you guys have missed this channel and I've missed it too. So let's commence. We are going to kick off today with all of the empties that I have been collecting. This is probably over the last, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks at a push. So I have a lot of products from working in the social media space. Social media is my full-time job. And I get sent a lot of products from brands. I get introduced to a lot of new products, and I find myself opening products and not actually finishing them, which is something that I am desperately this year trying to kind of combat, get down on, and reduce my usage, because quite frankly I do not need the volume of products that I have. I kind of want to normalise that having this volume actually isn't normal. It's really not. It's quite overwhelming. So before I continue, some of the products that are in this box may have been sent to me by brands, or they may be within relation to TikTok Shop and affiliation that I have on brands with TikTok Shop. At no point have they been sent to me in exchange for content on this channel. However, I will mark this video accordingly. I watch a lot of this style of content. Some of my favourite YouTube creators do this style of content. I'll probably actually leave in the description box who they are, because they're like my inspirations for this little project. But the way that I'm going to do this is I will kind of let you know what I think about it, tell you if I would purchase it again, and if I've been sent it, I'll tell you if I would purchase it myself off my own back. I don't think it's fair to say that I would purchase something again when I clearly didn't purchase it in the first place. So let's dive in, because actually this has been really exciting for me. Getting to the end of products, coming to the bottom of the barrel of a tub of something has actually been more motivating and more of a dopamine hit than going out and purchasing new products. And I never ever thought I would say that. So you're about to get my very honest thoughts and opinions on a lot of the products in here. Some of these are incredibly viral. Let's roll. I need to get more comfortable for this though, because I'm going to be here a while. This is quite a full box. This is a bit like, what do I pick first? Where do I go first with this? Because I just don't know. We've got beauty in here, we've got home, we've got some kind of like vitamin-y based stuff. I think I might just work my way pretty much from the top. Let's go in for some controversy. So this is the Sol de Janeiro Bella Flor Elasti Cream. This was actually very kindly gifted to us. Again, it wasn't gifted in exchange for content. This was gifted to us a while ago. Smell wise, I do quite like it. It's not my favourite Sol scent, but it's okay. However, product wise, I didn't really enjoy this. I know Kelly really liked it, but for me personally, these tubs are criminally expensive. They are mega money for a moisturiser. I found that this just didn't settle into my skin. It was one of those moisturisers that I'd have to constantly rub. It would just be like white smears everywhere. It's super thick, don't get me wrong, it's very luxurious, and a little does go a long way, but I don't like the way that it's settled into the skin, and I just found it quite a frustrating sensory experience to use overall. It says here it's enriched with retinol and collagen, but I personally just found that it didn't really do much for me. And I have looked at this range of moisturisers and debated purchasing another one just because of how viral they are and how much everybody raves about them. But truth be told, I just didn't really like it. So if it was my own money, I wouldn't purchase it. We're going to stay on the moisturiser theme because I do have a couple in here. I moisturise a hell of a lot. I never used to, but recently I've really started to pay attention to my skin and how much I'm hydrating it and how well I'm treating it. It's become something that's become more relevant to me over the last few months, and I'm now moisturising twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. I definitely went through a period where I was trying to use up the moisturisers that I'd bought and just kind of like half finished. Next up, I have got the Soap and Glory Peach Please Body Butter. I bought this ages ago. I've still got tiny smears in the bottom, but really not enough to do very much. Smell wise, I love this. I really, really like it. I love the peachy, summery smell. This is unfortunately a limited edition. I've just spotted that on the side there, so I doubt I'd get that again. Product wise, I'm not sure I really enjoyed it. It was quite inexpensive. It wasn't pricey for a moisturiser, but then also it wasn't particularly cheap. Again, this is really thick. It's super thick. And I just found that sometimes it was just a little bit too much. Similar to the Sol de Janeiro, I didn't always like the way that it settled into my skin. Would I buy it again? Maybe at a push, but I don't think it would be a definite yes. I think I'd happily leave it. I have got another moisturiser in here. This was sent to me by Give Me Cosmetics, who I worked with on TikTok Shop. So it is the Caramel Vacay moisturiser. And I also have the Caramel Vacay body spray to this, or it's actually a body butter, sorry, not moisturiser. I loved this. I absolutely loved this. The smell is delightful. It's caramelly, it's coconutty, it's like hot summer's day on the beach. It just smells of warmth. I love the texture of these moisturisers. I actually have all three of them, so there's 3 different scents, and Caramel Vacay without a doubt is my favourite, but I really, really like the light thin texture, and they moisturise and hydrate all day long, which is quite rare, I think, in a moisturiser now. A lot of these thicker moisturisers and body butters just kind of soak up and then almost disappear throughout the day. I applied the botanical version of this morning, I think it's called, and my skin still feels hydrated. So I was actually really gutted to get to the end of this. Would I purchase this with my own money? 100% I would. I really, really enjoyed this product. I enjoyed this smell. I don't think they're overpriced. What I would say is they are very, very highly scented. So if you are not keen on a highly scented product, potentially this one wouldn't be for you. Absolutely gutted to be at the end of my cup of tea. I was really enjoying that. It's Yorkshire caramelised biscuit brew. Impeccable. Next up, I've got my vitamins and minerals. So these are both from WellGuard. I have the iron and biotin, and then I also have the vitamin D. Now, I stand very strong on not wanting to influence anybody when it comes to supplements, vitamins, minerals, anything like that. Please do your own research. Please look into why they would potentially suit you or why you may need to take them. Please do not take my advice, because I am not here for that. I worked with WellGuard again on TikTok Shop. I went into this very almost open-minded, thinking that it was just going to be yet another supplement kind of thing. I'm on my 2nd tubs of these. I know there is some speculation on gummies and how much is actually in the gummy. And I know that there's also concerns over sugar in the gummy and things like that. What I will say is my brain clearly operates like a 2-year-old, because if I have tablets laying around, I won't take them. I will avoid taking them, or I will just forget about them. I have never ever been consistent with my supplemental intake until I discovered gummies. The gummies, I am far more inclined to take every single day to remember to take them. I have to take vitamin D because I've had malignant melanoma. I had it 13 years ago, so I need to take this daily. I don't get much sunshine. I never go out in the sun, so this is really important for me anyway. The gummies work for me personally, and I will continue to, because they just work for me. And actually, I really like WellGuard as a brand. They're quite cool. I've had some conversations with them, and they're exactly the kind of brand that I feel comfortable using myself. Give Me Cosmetics Aloe Vera and Coconut Oil Shampoo. Now this is their sulfate and silicone free range. I got this when I had my hair extensions. Again, This was a collaboration on TikTok Shop. You'll find that a lot of the products I use, I discovered on TikTok Shop through working with the brands. That's just part of my job. When I had hair extensions, I really enjoyed using this. It's very fresh. I definitely get more of the aloe vera than I do the coconut. And it's quite a smoothing shampoo. It's very luxurious considering there's no SLS in there. It does foam incredibly nicely. What I will say is on my natural hair, you guys probably can't see, I've had all my hair cut off. We're in the bob phase now. On my natural hair, I didn't like this so much. I have very, very fine hair, but a lot of it. And my hair just soaks up product so quickly. I found this a little bit too heavy for my own natural hair, but for my extensions, it was absolutely perfect. I got through the shampoo a lot quicker than I got through the conditioner, so I've still got half a pot of the conditioner downstairs, which always infuriates me. I always find it aggravating. So would I purchase this off my own back? If my hair needed it, yes, but my hair right now doesn't. So it's a bit of a catch-22. If I ever had extensions again, I probably would go back to this. I don't. So therefore, right now, no, I wouldn't purchase it myself. We're going to move on to a little bit of cosmetics. This is battered. This is my holy grail makeup product. Trigwell Hollow Hold Setting Spray. I have gone through bottles and bottles and bottles of this stuff. It is the best setting spray I have ever used in my life. They are actually currently rebranding, so I have 2 bottles downstairs because I'm really scared this isn't going to come back. I might have to buy some more, Zoe, because if you don't bring Hollow Hold back, I will cry. This setting mist is incredible. It gets me through hot, sticky days. It gets me through workouts. It keeps my makeup looking exactly the same from 7 AM to 7 PM. I cannot fault it, and I've put so many people onto it. I've never heard someone say a bad word about it. I genuinely haven't. So would I repurchase? Yes, time and time again. Already got 2 downstairs. We have another setting spray, which is the Beauty Crop Wee Cherie. I really like this. This is my second go-to setting spray, and again, I have been through a good few bottles of this now. It's actually a 2-layer, so you've got like a red oil layer on the top and you shake it up. This gives a really nice, glowy, not quite dewy, but glowy set finish, and it lasts throughout the day really, really beautifully. I really enjoy the whole Wee Cherie range. So I actually do have a backup of this, again, downstairs. Can you understand why I'm trying to get through all of my products? Because I have so many. But I would repurchase this because it genuinely is really, really good. I really enjoy the Beauty Crop as a brand. I think they're great. I became a fussy girl a little while ago. I moved over to fussy deodorants. Now, I have tried the other deodorant brand, Wild, and at first I did quite like it. But then I started to stink, and that stink was just not going away. I was finding that it was marking my clothes. It was clumping under my armpits. I couldn't get on with it in the long term. Short term, absolutely fine, but long term, it was a no. So I went back to like your average aerosol deodorant, and then randomly saw Fussy in, I think it was Sainsbury's or Tesco's. So this is the Cloud 9 scent, which I can't remember what it was. I think it had vetiver in it. What I do remember was I really, really like this smell. So I actually have 2 fussy deodorants because I do get a bit nose blind sometimes. So I just swap day to day. I have since getting this was the first one I picked up, joined their subscription. I have become a full-time fussy user. I don't think I'll look back at all. I don't smell, I barely sweat. I'm super comfy, it's not marking my clothes. I love the range of scents. I love the product itself. It's just a thoroughly enjoyable experience, and considering it's a natural deodorant, I haven't had that like stink period that everyone talks about and that I most definitely did get with other natural deodorants. So Fussy, you guys absolutely win. I love you, just saying. This is really random. I don't know why I put these in there here. I had a new trial for new contact lenses. So I have astigmatism in both of my eyes and I have quite a strong prescription. So the contact lenses that I was previously using, which were Vision Express's own brand, I want to say, in the end, I just wasn't getting on with them. And it turned out I had been given entirely the wrong prescription, which really wasn't very helpful. So I saw their contact lens specialist and he was like, look, we have this new contact lens for people with astigmatism. Do you want to try it? But it is more expensive. So I tried it and I loved it. These are the Precision 1 contact lenses. They're daily disposables. They are incredible. If you have an astigmatism, you will notice that contact lenses can become very, very uncomfortable, or you can feel it in the eye. A lot of them have got weights on so that it can move around. They're a pain to get in. These don't have any of that. So I actually converted and this is now what I use daily. I think I'm now over a month in and really, really, really enjoying using them. So clearly, yes, I would repurchase and I do continue to repurchase these on a monthly basis. Garnier Vitamin C Daily UV Factor 50 SPF. This is their invisible version. I also do have the glow version. Again, I got this from working with Garnier on TikTok Shop. I like this more than any other Garnier SPF. I am an avid SPF wearer. I wear it every single day. Rain, sunshine, storm, hail. I don't care what the weather is. I will have SPF on my skin. This is a really nice one. It sits really lovely under makeup. It doesn't oxidize. It doesn't go shiny. I thoroughly enjoyed using it. So I would purchase this with my own money. Another SPF is the Nivea Invisible Daily Fluid. Again, SPF 50. I worked with Nivea. I've worked with Nivea over on TikTok. This was gorgeous. I think I've just got the tiniest little bit left in there. It's so, so nice. I don't personally think you can beat Nivea as a brand. There's really not many Nivea products that I dislike. They're staples in our household. This sat really nicely under makeup. It's quite fine, it's quite thin, so it doesn't go on with that thick white cast sheen. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. So would I purchase out of my own pocket? Yes, I absolutely would. I think any Nivea product will instantly pull me in. Bulldog Vetiver and Black Pepper Shower Gel. I actually saw, I think it was Charlotte Michelle raving about this. I love a spicy, almost smoky kind of tobacco-y type of scent. So I picked this up. Now, these are quite spendy, I think. Maybe that's just the mum in me. But it smells wonderful. There's something about this smell that just reminds me of my dad. It's kind of nostalgic in the weirdest of ways. It's very, very peppery. It's very, very like what I would call spicy. It's really nice. It's kind of like a really dulled down version of Victor & Rolf's Spice Bomb if it was put into a shower gel. It lasted me ages as well because I was the only one that was using this, so it lasted me a really, really, really long time. And I did actually go to repurchase it, but couldn't find it, which I was really gutted about. So clearly, yes, I would repurchase this again in a heartbeat. I really enjoyed this. I love the smell. It unfortunately didn't last very long on my skin, but that's okay because the actual process of using it, I really, really liked. This little pot is the Beauty Crop Avocado Cleansing Balm. Now, the reason I've only got this little pot is because the actual shell of the tub is refillable. So you just put a new one of these in every single time, and this is the only bit that you end up having to throw away. I have got through 3 pots of this now, I want to say, and I love it. It's my favourite cleansing balm of all time. It's got a eucalyptus-ness to the scent, which I really didn't expect the first time that I used it, but thoroughly enjoyed. I don't get that kind of like smeary, burny, blurry eye. Obviously, any cleansing balm, if you get it in your eye, it's not going to feel nice. But this is kind of like one of the more tolerable ones. And it doesn't feel kind of cloggy, heavy, oily on my skin. It's crazy reasonably priced. And actually, that small pot lasts me a long time because I really do not need much of it. Even my daughter uses this with me now. We've tried another one and it just doesn't hit at all. I also love the fact that it's sustainable. you've got the outer shell and you literally just pop this in and that's it. That is the only bit that we are getting rid of, recycling. Yes, time and time again, I will repurchase this. I actually have a couple of other cleansing balms I'm trying to work my way through and I'm just not enjoying it. I keep going back to this because it just does the job. It cleanses so well. It's so, so nice. Let's do a little home scents. This is Sensational's Caramel Vacay Wax Melt. I am a wax melt hoarder. I am so bad for wax melts. I bought these a really, really long time ago. I want to say in Asda. I love the smell of this. It's like lime and coconut, summer beach. It's really subtle. This was a limited edition, so the chance of finding this now is probably gone. I'd say I bought these a year plus ago and I've only just finished using them up. It's very much a bathroom scent for me, or like a hallway scent. Whether they're good or not, I don't know, but the Sensational wax melts, if I'm gonna buy from a supermarket, it genuinely always will be this brand because they're quite cheap, they're inexpensive, the scent throws really good and they last really well. So yes, I would repurchase, and I probably would repurchase this scent if I saw it because that coconut lime mix is just delightful. Sol de Janeiro Cheriosa 59. I have nearly every single one of the Sol de Janeiro body sprays. I purchased them probably between 12 and 18 months ago. I'm bit by bit making my way through. Although I really like the smell of this one, it probably is my favourite smell. It's kind of quite soft, a little bit vanilla-y, a little bit fruity. I don't actually know what the scent is. I don't think they're worth the money. I don't. They are just a perfume mist. They don't last. And I think for the sheer volume that they charge for Sol de Janeiro products, you can get cheaper alternatives. Like for me personally, you've got the Victoria's Secret body sprays, which are in a much, much bigger bottle. You've got Superdrug versions of things like this, which are so much cheaper. So they're on par with each other in so many ways. Even to be fair, the Give Me Cosmetics body sprays, just as good, bigger bottles. I just think these don't live up to the hype. They don't. They really, really don't. And I got to the point where I was almost just trying to use it up just to get rid of it. No, I absolutely would not repurchase. Sorry, Sol. NYX Plump It Right Back Primer. This is my favourite primer of all time. Of all time. I think I've got through at least 3 of these now. This is so plumping. It's so hydrating. It's so filling on the skin. Makeup sits stunningly on top of it. It doesn't separate. It's just wonderful. It is a little bit expensive, I think. However, that lasts me ages. I only need 1 to 2 pumps. I will forever repurchase this. I'm not using it at the moment because, again, I had a backlog of primers that I'm just trying to work my way through. But as soon as I've got through them, this will be the one that I rush to the shop to buy because I really, really like it. I've liked it for so, so long. I don't actually hear enough people talking about it. It's a fantastic, plumping, hydrating primer. The Beauty Crop Avocado Foaming Cleanser. This was primarily Kelly, right? She used this a lot more than I did, and she actually uses this daily. This is her go-to cleanser now. I personally was not keen on it. I much prefer the Ordinary cleanser. So I passed it on to her. She's finished it. She has repurchased it. I personally wouldn't repurchase it. I found it a little bit too drying on my skin. I don't like that dry, kind of tight, harsh feeling from a cleanser. I like a cleanser to almost nourish me and clean me at the same time. And this just didn't quite do it for me. So I wouldn't repurchase, but Kels would and has. P. Louise Stay Shining Lip Oil. This is in But First Coffee. This smells incredible. It's probably, there's a tiny bit left. It's probably the only P. Louise lip oil that I really, really have enjoyed using. It's definitely the only one that I finished. I don't think you actually get very much in the tube. I'm not going to lie, because that seemed to run out incredibly quickly. I have a bit of a love-hate with these. I do. I have so many of them. It's insane. I don't like the packaging. And I know that's the big kind of almost unique selling point with P. Louise is the packaging, but I never put these in my bag because that just annoys me, and they're very much like a bedside kind of lip oil. What I will say is this was the first one I ever purchased. Caramel Macchiato, I think, is the actual scent. It's the first one I purchased and I really like the formula. I really enjoyed the product. I've purchased I don't know how many more since, and I swear that formula has changed. I swear it is not the same. Or maybe I just need to go back to this scent. But I wouldn't repurchase. I wouldn't. I want to say that I would, but I wouldn't. And it's primarily because I have so many of them anyway that I'm just not getting through. The only reason I think I finished this was because of that coffee scent, because I really, really enjoyed it. But like I said, the ones that I've had since don't feel as nice as this did. So based on that, right now, I wouldn't repurchase. Sorry, anyways. Moschino Cheap and Chic. Is it I Love? I don't know. I got this years ago at an airport. That little bit at the bottom is just not coming out anymore. It doesn't want to know. I love this perfume. I do really like it. It's almost got that kind of like D&G light blue, like it's got that kind of D&G light blue vibe to it, but it's a little bit different. It's very, very fresh. It's very, very kind of aquatic. It's definitely not one that's to everybody's tastes. I really, really like it. I also think the bottle's quite cool. To be fair, I'm a little bit gutted to get rid of that bottle on my side. It lasts me all day. It sits on me all day. I just like and always enjoy that kind of really fresh, clean, aquatic kind of smell. From when I've last checked or when I purchased this, it really wasn't overpriced as well. It was quite cheap, but then obviously perfumes now are constantly changing and constantly becoming more and more expensive. I got a funny feeling this is my second bottle of it as well. I don't repeat perfumes very often. Quite often once I've had a perfume and I've got through that bottle, I'm done with it. I'm definitely not someone that has like a signature scent. Probably should, but I don't. I would repurchase this. I think it's a really nice summer scent. It just kind of reminds me of holiday a little bit. There's something weirdly nostalgic about this. And it is one of those ones that I've worn it and people have been like, oh, what are you wearing? Because it's incredibly fresh. So yes, I would repurchase. IsoSkin Hypochlorous Cleansing Solution. This is from a collaboration on TikTok Shop. IsoSkin has been a life-saving product for me. Okay, maybe not life-saving. It's been a skin-saving product. I had the worst hormonal cluster breakouts here and here. And they would happen continually every single month. And nothing I was doing was getting rid of it. Something in this is so simple, so non-invasive, and yet works. pH balance, Himalayan salt and aqueous solution. It's really, really simple. But it works on a bacterial and fungal level within the skin. I can't be without this now. I use this every single day. I use it on my teenagers. I have raved and raved about this over on TikTok to the point where IsoSkin, me and Kelly are going to be collaborating with IsoClean as a brand because I absolutely love them. I would purchase this time and time again with my own money. Genuinely, absolutely cannot, will not be without it. I use it after the gym. I use it before I get ready in the morning. I use it before I go to bed at night. I use it periodically throughout my day. It is a fabulous, fabulous product. I love it. Back on the home scents vibes, we have got Eco Wicks Peach Berry Bubbly candle. I picked this up in Asda. We actually have two of these. I really like the scent. It's very, very peachy. It's quite sweet, but without being cloyingly sweet. My only criticism is that it burns black and it's got a crackly wick. I really like the crackly wick. Kelly hates it. She absolutely cannot stand it, and every single time I light these candles, she gets annoyed at me. So we have another one in our kitchen, which we're bit by bit making our way through. Although it looks like there's a bit left in the bottom here, there's really not. I have since bought candle warmers, so these will sit perfectly underneath. The scent though is actually surprisingly quite nice. I think these candles are like £3 something in Asda. They're really, really cheap and they smell really, really lovely. Definitely I would repurchase this again, but if I did, Kelly would probably be quite mad at me. I love me some home scents. We're coming to the end of this now. There's not much more left. ISO Clean Brush Cleanser. This is in the scent Cosmic. This took me ages to work my way through, and I clean my brushes every 2 weeks. And I have a lot of brushes. I really, really liked this. I love ISO Clean. ISO Clean and ISO Skin are the same brand. Again, transparency, I work with them on TikTok Shop. That's where this came from. However, if I had to purchase this with my own money, I absolutely would. Without a doubt. It smells very, very similar to Alien perfume. It has the same kind of scent to it. This is a brush cleanser that works on a bacterial level. So it goes beyond just washing it with a little bit of soap under a tap. It's bacterial, and it will kill a high percentage of bacteria that's on your brushes. Since using these, my breakouts have reduced massively, absolutely hugely. I've never been one for cleaning my brushes. I find it boring, monotonous. Then my brushes are wet and I've got to wait for them to dry. With this, I don't have to do that. I literally just spritz, put it on a microfiber towel. I can use my brush straight away. It's good to go. I have the original scent of this, and it is a bit headachy, very clinical, very chemical. I definitely prefer the scented ones. Cosmic isn't my favourite scent, but I do really like it. So if I had to purchase for my own money, yes, I absolutely would. Dr. Lip Original Nipple Balm. When I tell you I have used this product for roughly 10 years, this is my go-to daily lip balm. I introduced Kelly to this. She now can't be without it. I have them dotted throughout my house in every single bag. Literally love. The theory behind it is for nipple balm, but it is actually for your lips. Let me see if there's any left in here. It's so thick and so... No, I'm not going to get anything out. Oh, a little bit. It's glossy and hydrating, but just... whenever I put this on my lips, people are like, oh my God, what have you just used? It's incredible. I will repurchase time and time again and actually panic if I can't find it. To the point where I have so many around the house because I just can't be without it. The Ordinary Natural Moisturising Factors Plus HA. I have used this moisturiser for I don't know how long now. This is the little tiny travel size one because when I went to repurchase, this was all they had. So clearly the fact that I've just said when I went to repurchase, you'll know I'll happily repurchase this product. It's really lightweight, it's not thick, it's not oily, but it's definitely moisturising. I think that Ordinary as a brand are just wonderful. It's so inexpensive. It's just an all-round yes from me. It's not scented, it's not settling on your skin. It's a delight to use, yes. This is Wonder Skin Wonder Brow Stain and Glow. Now, I initially raved about this on TikTok. I absolutely loved it. So it's essentially a brow stain, and you literally just fill in your brows, leave it on for 60 seconds and then wipe it off, and it's just infilled and stained your brows for you. Over time, you can see on the edge here, it has started to go green, and then sometimes it gives me a hint of purple. When I first got this, it was a really lovely brown, and I really, really enjoyed using it. But it's one of those products that I kind of feel has changed as the air has hit it. Again, being transparent, I got this from the collaboration on TikTok Shop. If I had to purchase this with my own money, would I purchase? At first, yes, I would have. Now, no, I wouldn't. That's just the God's honest truth. I don't like a product that changes as I use it. I like my product to be as consistent from the day of opening to the day that it's done. So unfortunately, it lost me there. And that's probably why if you follow me over on TikTok, you've not actually seen me talk about this any further. The Beauty Crop Brow Friends Forever Pencil. So this has got a brush on one side, pencil on the other. I loved using this. Again, got it on TikTok Shop. It's a TikTok Shop collaboration. I loved it until I didn't love it. This lasted me a week and a half tops. It just kept breaking. It was constantly breaking off. My normal brow pen, I will get 4 to 5 weeks out of. For this, after a week and a half, I would have had to purchase a new one. No, not at all. I wanted to love it because the actual product itself was fabulous. The way it went on my brows was really nice. The application was really nice, but it just kept snapping and it was not lasting 5 minutes. Every single time I was doing a hair stroke, it would break off. Stroke, break off. So when push comes to shove, I would not part with my own hard-earned money for that. Sorry, beauty crop. Maybelline Sky High mascaras. I have 3 different colours here. So I have got black, the burgundy, and the plum. Now, the black is an absolute staple and was the one that I was always using. The burgundy was a discovery from TikTok Shop because it went viral. And actually, colour-wise, I do really like this. I really like the colour of it. Then the plum, again, was a discovery from when it went viral on TikTok Shop. Now, if you had asked me 2 months ago, would I repurchase these? I would have said yes, hands down, every time. My favourite mascara ever. Now, would I purchase these? No. I discovered the Cosmic Black version of Sky High and prefer that so much more. However, one thing that frustrates me with this mascara is it flakes, and it flakes so bad. I also get the worst panda eyes on my top eyelid where my lashes are quite long and they actually rest on my eyelid. I just get these black smears across them and it's so frustrating. I love the effect. I love how much it separates my lashes. I love the application. I like how buildable it is. I like that it doesn't clump. I just think the wearability of it is not there. And it's one of those products that I keep going back to because I like the application so much. And I'm always just hoping that I just got a bad tube or it's just a dud formula and they've improved it. But they don't. So the Cosmic Black is the one that I like the most and the only one that I'd repurchase. The plum I wouldn't purchase for my own money. I didn't actually really like it that much on me. The burgundy, I did enjoy it and I did like it, but I don't think I would purchase it with my own money. The normal black, I wouldn't repurchase now that I've discovered the Cosmic Black. We're on our last 2 products. We've got quite an array here. Now these, although they're not empty, they have been open for about 3.5, if not 4 years. Which means I now need to say goodbye to them because that's far too long for a powder product to be left sitting open. I can't believe I've wasted these as well. NARS Laguna in matte. I have hit the pan on that, as you can see. And then I've also got the NARS Orgasm Blusher. Again, I've hit the pan on that. Now, I bought these because people were raving about them. Absolutely raving about them, especially NARS Orgasm. And I don't know if it's just a case of over time. I don't know if it's just got to the point where the powders have kind of dried up. This now oxidizes really badly on me, and this has next to no colour payoff. Like, even just swiping it on the side of my hand, like, the colour payoff is just so minimal. I would not repurchase either of these products. I'm so sorry. I think they were really expensive. I swear that was like 40 odd quid or something. Well, it's now smashed. Or something like that. And I've never ever finished them. They're not products that I've kind of reached for. The only benefit I would say of this one is a little does go a long way. You really don't need much. And at first, when I bought it like 4 years ago, I was completely wowed by it and I thought it was absolutely amazing. But I think that's because I hadn't had any alternatives. I've since tried the NYX Buttermelt range and it far outweighs this. This is far too orangey, far too warm toned for my skin. When it comes to the Orgasm Blush, the colour is lovely. It's beautiful. It's that kind of like pinky, peachy, gold, flecky. But the actual product itself, I was never 100% keen on. So no, I wouldn't repurchase. That is all my empties. That was 33 products, I think, sitting in this tub that have been waiting to get a review. I really hope you enjoyed that. And I really am looking forward to actually doing this again. I'm going to join one of the recycling schemes. I don't know which one yet. I know that Boots has one and Boots is local to me, so that's probably going to be the easiest. And I think that you get points when you recycle your hard to recycle empties. So I'm going to get rid of these sensibly, ethically, sustainably, recycle them. I think Look Fantastic has one as well, but I don't really use Look Fantastic as much anymore. So Boots is probably going to be my go-to. It's definitely been an eye-opener on how many products I have, and it's stopped me from purchasing or requesting a lot of products. And now when brands send me products, whether that's for people or whether it's for TikTok Shop or whether it's part of a brand deal, I am a lot more conscious of what I'm saying yes to, what I'm accessing and what I'm actually using as well. If I'm not using it, I'm passing it on. Bit by bit, I'm hoping to just work through as many products as I physically have. And I hope you enjoyed that with me. I hope that that gave you a little bit of insight into the inner workings of my brain when it comes to products. I will see you the week after next, fingers crossed, for my next video. It's good to be back.